Hey, Mr. Howie here. So today I'm going to show you how to do a pH experiment at home using vinegar, baking soda, and red cabbage. You're going to be able to turn this into this. Let's do it. So start cutting up your cabbage. Easy, you just want it in small chunks. It doesn't really matter because you're just going to boil it. You really just want the juice inside. So boil it. So put it in there, just dunk it, doesn't matter. If it needs more water, add water. Give it a stir to make sure it doesn't stick to anything, and you should see kind of a blue color start to appear, and then you're done. So next you're going to want to just strain it to make sure you just get the juices from it, and you're good. So now you want to just make your main mixtures. So you're going to take the baking soda. The baking soda needs water added to it, because otherwise you're not really going to see a color change. So you kind of have to dissolve it first. Vinegar is easy, just put the vinegar in, and then water, simple. So this takes a while. What you're going to do is you're going to put 10 spoonfuls of vinegar into the first bowl, and then for bowl number 2, you take 1 scoop from bowl 1 and 9 scoops from the water bowl. Okay, so the basic goal is you're trying to make everything 10 times less acidic. So you'll notice each time what I'm doing to make the next bowl. So to make, for example, bowl 4, I am taking 1 from bowl 3 into bowl 4, and then 9 scoops of water. Baking soda, same deal. The first bowl gets 10 scoops from the baking soda itself. Okay, to make bowl B, what you're going to do is take 1 scoop from bowl A, put it in B, and then 9 scoops of water. Then to make bowl C, you're going to take 1 scoop from bowl B, and then add 9 scoops of water to bowl C. Okay, so this is a spoiler alert. If you want to do this at home, make sure you stop the video now. You can set it up the same way we did in the video. Just watch it over and over again until you understand. Just make it yourself. But if you don't have access to these things, you don't have vinegar, you don't have baking soda, you can't get red cabbage, that's fine. Let's take a look at what's going to happen. So this is the results of the vinegar. So you're going to take 1 scoop of your cabbage juice and put it into each bowl. It doesn't really matter how many scoops, but it's just to try to have an equal amount, so 1 scoop for each bowl should be fine. So you can already see the different color changes between the bowls. Okay, so remember bowl 5 had mostly water. And so you can see that the very, very acidic one on the left, and then it should be more and more dilute as you go to the right. So notice bowl number 1, I didn't put enough coloring in, so it's hard to see. So I'm going to add some more cabbage juice just to get that color more obvious. So for baking soda, again, same idea, you have your different bowls. We're going to put 1 scoop of it into bowl A, 1 scoop into bowl B, and 1 scoop into bowl C. And we're going to, again, look for some kind of color change. This one's a bit harder to see. This is for the basic substances. Okay, so you'll notice bowl A has a little bit of a different color compared to bowl B and C, but it's not as obvious. Okay, so then the main question is, well, what color would water be if you just put the cabbage juice into water? So you want to put the cabbage juice into water, vinegar, and baking soda to compare, okay, what color is it for neutral, what color is it for acid, and what color is it for basic? So the baking soda solution should be basic, the vinegar solution should be acidic, and the water solution should be kind of like your neutral. So I just give it a little bit of a stir to give us the right color. So what do we figure out? Well, you can actually arrange it so that the vinegar we know is the most acidic thing. That should have a really similar color to bowl number 1. And we know that the baking soda should be a really similar color to bowl A. And if you think about how to arrange them from most acidic to most basic, it should be something like this. If you think from most basic all the way back to the most acidic, that's how it should be arranged. Okay, so students always ask me to mix stuff together at the very end, so this is the vinegar and baking soda added together. There we go. So you've done baking soda and vinegar before. Obviously, you should see some bubbles come up. That's fine. And notice we have it kind of like a purple sort of color in the center. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to show you how this compares to water. Because when you add an acid and a base together, the hope is that they're neutralizing each other and you end up with a neutral pH or a pH of 7. So what I'm testing to see is if the vinegar baking soda mixture has a neutral pH of 7, and I can see here that it doesn't. So think about in the comments, what should I be adding to that mix in the center to make it have a similar color to the water, which looks blue? Should I add more acid or more base? So what's next is you're going to put all this into your data tables. So these are on the website. Table number 2 shows you what color happened in each of the bowls. So you write down the color you saw in bowl 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to want to do table number 3. This is where you tell me the color that you got in bowl A, B, and C. And this is what we're going to use as our pH indicator. Okay, so now we know what color it should look like for each pH. pH all the way from 3 to 9. And table number 1, this is just tell me the color of everything before, tell me the color after you added the cabbage juice, and then we can use table number 2 and 3 to figure out what the pH should be. Okay, so you can look it up on the internet or you can use the scale you just found in this video. And the last table is table number 4. This is where you get to kind of go into your house and find any 3 different liquids. So you can test cleaners, you can test any kind of juice, whatever you want to test in your house, but basically choose some kind of liquid, tell me the color before, tell me the color after adding the juice, and then try to see if you can figure out what the pH would be. Okay, so use the tables that you just created and then tell me what the pH is going to be. Just a tip, it's a little bit easier if you choose a liquid from your house that's already clear or already colorless, because then you'll have an easier time judging what the pH is going to be. And if you don't have access to any of these things, then this kind of becomes a research project where you're looking up stuff online. Anyways, good luck everyone, and we'll see you next week.